Hello everyone, I'm Libby Eve and I work at Agicap, the software adapted to monitor the cash management of all mid-market companies and SMEs. The objective today is to provide you with the keys to be able to manage your cash flow effectively. Managing a company's cash flow can take some time, but it's far more insurmountable, and above all, it's super important. Today, too many companies are forced to go out of business because of bad cash management. In this video, I will explain to you why managing your company's cash flow is essential, what good practices to implement, and how to monitor your cash flow on a daily basis. Cash is all the mobilized financial resources available to the company at a given time. So a company's cash is a key element in its financial management. Indeed, it is the available cash that makes it possible to pay the expenses of the company, like salaries, supplies, etc. Cash management is fundamental for any business, regardless of the size, status, or industry. There are 3 good reasons to manage your cash flow well. A business that is no longer able to pay its short-term debts is a business in default. Quite often, this leads to its death, or at least exposes it to serious troubles. Luckily, managing your business's cash flow can save you from being pushed into a corner. By setting up regular monitoring, keeping an up-to-date cash budget, for example, you will have much better visibility on your current cash flows and your forecast. This will allow you to identify early cash mismatches that could harm your finances and then take appropriate action. Still not convinced? Good cash management can save money on bank charges, loan interest, bank fees, intervention commissions, etc. A company that exceeds its authorized overdraft will indeed have to pay bank fees to which are added intervention commissions. If you manage your cash effectively, you'll be able to determine when you really need to fund it. That way, you'll have time to set up less expensive financing. As we have just seen, a negative cash flow results in additional costs for the company. But misplaced excess cash is also not optimal. You should know that banks offer a wide range of offers to those who wish to invest their excess cash. It will depend on the objectives of each leader. To make a profit in the long term, to finance an investment, to have a strategy reserve in the event of a hard blow. In any case, it is important to have good visibility of your available cash. Since cash is king, I offer some great commandments that can help you manage your treasury. The first commandment is to forecast. To make cash forecasts, the right tool is the cash flow forecast. It is also called cash budget or forecast budget. With a professional budget, you can fairly easily realize any future cash flow difficulties. You will have more leeway to react and implement appropriate corrective actions. You can also create multiple activity hypotheses. Indeed, nothing prevents you from duplicating your forecast and constituting different scenarios. This allows you to get an idea of the strength of your cash flow and the potential risk it faces depending on the scenario. For example, you can determine if you can afford to finance a heavy investment, or if you should wait because your cash balance is not sufficient. A business collects and disburses money daily. It's hard to get an up-to-date view of your cash flow without a tracking tool. By helping you with a cash flow chart, you'll be able to have an immediate view of your company's cash inflows and outflows in the short and medium term. Most importantly, remember that cash management is not a discipline carved in stone. A cash flow chart is pointless if it's not updated. It is therefore ideal to devote a specific moment to it each week to add, correct, and update income and expenses. As a reminder, if you don't have a cash flow statement yet, you can download an Excel template by clicking on the link that appears on your screen. One of the challenges of cash management is to maintain a relationship of trust with your customers. The better you get along with them, the less likely you are to experience late payments. But beware, this does not mean that you have to give it all to your buyers. If you know that some tend not to pay on time, demand that they pay you. Cash by explaining it to them that you will not offer them any payment facilities. Likewise, do not hesitate to ask about your new customers beforehand. If they have a reputation for bad debt, be firm from the beginning that you will not grant them any payment facilities. The objective is to maintain the level of your stocks at the level that seems most optimal to you, in order to reduce the need for cash associated with it. Everything is a matter of balance. Several methods of inventory management exist. Some are more suitable for companies selling large quantities at regular intervals. Others work better for companies selling small quantities in a niche market. Is your business flourishing? Is your forecast idyllic? Perfect! This is precisely the time to go and negotiate with your banker for an overdraft authorization. For example, but it's all right. Why should I go and negotiate an overdraft? Concretely, a company is confronted with problems or a lack of cash at least once during its existence. Far from being dramatic, difficulties can quickly be resolved if you're prepared for them. By going to see your banker while your finances are in a very good shape, not only will you be able to benefit from tax advantages, but you will also be able to automatically benefit from an authorized overdraft if one day the situation were to deteriorate. On the contrary, if you tell him that you're urgently needing financing because you're going to be in red in 2 days, there's very little chance you will walk away with anything. So plan ahead and remember that prevention is better than cure. Monitoring your cash flow on a regular basis is essential to have enough hindsight and compare the actual results with the forecasts made. But the question is how? The paper? Easy to lose, frequent erasers, and complicated to keep up to date. Plus, you have to do all the math yourself. You certainly don't have that time if you're a business owner. Excel is already more complete and allows more things. But getting started is not necessarily easy. It can be complicated to exploit its full potential. Also, it's not really visual, which makes it difficult to understand the results. And then it is very easy to make input errors by entering the numbers manually. Use of a cash flow management software. Agicap is the online treasury software specifically designed for managers and financial managers of VSEs and SMEs. Agicap saves you a lot of valuable time with bank synchronization. You gain visibility with a reliable forecast. You avoid errors and you access the state of your cash flow in real time. You can test Agicap for free by clicking on the link that appears on your screen. There you go. You now have some keys to better manage your cash flow on a daily basis. As you know, cash is king. Please do not hesitate to contact us by clicking here if you need further advice. Thank you for watching our video and see you soon for more.